We're going to get us some swordfish.
Well, good luck.
A rope.
In the early 1960s, the TV show Car 54, Where Are You?, was being cast. The producers wanted to find the right actors who could bring the humorous scripts to life. For the role of Officer Toody, they chose Joe E. Ross. He was a seasoned actor with a knack for comedy. His experience in vaudeville and on Broadway helped him land the part. His audition showcased his ability to deliver laughs with his unique style. His partner, Officer Muldoon, was played by Fred Gwynne. Gwynne was chosen for his height and his talent for physical comedy. The producers saw him in a Broadway play and knew he was perfect for the role. The chemistry between Ross and Gwynne was instant. During their audition together, they played off each other's energy and created a natural rapport. This helped seal their casting as the main characters. The supporting cast was also carefully selected. Beatrice Pons was chosen to play Toody's wife, Lucille. She brought a warm, nurturing presence to the role. Al Lewis, who would later become famous for his role in The Munsters, played Leo Schnauser, a neighbor of the Toddies. His distinctive voice and comedic timing made him a great fit for the role. The casting of Car 54, Where Are You?, was a crucial part of its success. The right actors were chosen for their roles, creating a memorable TV series that has stood the test of time.
My slippers.
By Professor Griswold, right here at New York University.
The director of Car 54, Where Are You?, Nat Hiken, was known for his unique comedic vision. He approached each episode with a focus on character-driven humor and visual gags. Hiken's creative influences included vaudeville and early television comedy, which he blended with his own witty sensibility to create the show's distinctive tone. Hiken's directorial style was characterized by his attention to detail and commitment to authenticity. He worked closely with the cast and crew to ensure that every element of the show, from the set design to the performances, served the story. Hiken's collaborative approach helped to foster a positive and creative working environment, which in turn allowed the cast to deliver nuanced and memorable performances. One of Hiken's key creative influences was his background in writing for radio and television. He understood the importance of pacing and timing in comedy, and he used this knowledge to craft episodes that were both funny and engaging. Hiken's writing was marked by its clever wordplay, memorable one-liners, and well-defined characters. In terms of visual style, Hiken favored a straightforward, unadorned approach. He believed that the comedy should be the star of the show, and he avoided excessive visual flourishes or stylistic gimmicks. Instead, he relied on strong writing, talented actors, and clever direction to bring the stories to life. Hiken's collaborative approach extended beyond the cast and crew of Car 54, Where Are You? He worked closely with network executives, advertisers, and other industry professionals to ensure that the show was a success. Hiken's ability to navigate the complex world of television production, combined with his creative vision and talent for storytelling, helped to make Car 54, Where Are You?, a beloved and enduring classic.
What's that, Sylvia? You got some couples coming over for bridge next Friday and you need another couple.
Car 54, Where Are You? Is a classic TV series that first aired in 1961. It follows the misadventures of two New York City police officers, Toody and Muldoon, as they patrol the streets of the Bronx in their police car, number 54. The show is known for its humor, which often comes from the characters' interactions with each other, and the eccentric residents of the Bronx. One memorable moment from the series is when Toody and Muldoon are tasked with protecting a visiting dignitary, only to lose him in a crowded parade. The chaos and confusion that ensue are classic Car 54, Where Are You? Moments that showcase the show's unique brand of humor. Despite being over 60 years old, Car 54, Where Are You? Remains an enduring symbol of the TV industry. Its memorable characters, witty dialogue, and relatable themes have stood the test of time, making it just as enjoyable to watch today as it was when it first aired. Do you have a favorite memory or personal experience related to Car 54? Where are you? We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. But that's not all. There are many more funny, shocking, and even sad facts coming up about this classic TV series. So keep watching this video to learn more.
heard the testimony of the dealer whose stolen cameras were found in Al Cooper's car. Is there one?
The TV series Car 54, Where Are You?, was set in the bustling city of New York, specifically in the Bronx. The show's creators aimed to accurately depict the city's unique atmosphere and used real locations to film exterior shots. This decision added authenticity to the series, but it also presented logistical challenges. The production team had to secure permits and coordinate with local authorities to film on location. Additionally, they had to manage crowds and ensure that filming did not disrupt everyday life in the city. To minimize disruption, the crew often filmed during off-peak hours. Set design was another critical aspect of the production. The show's interiors, such as the police station and characters' homes, were built on soundstages. The set designers paid close attention to detail, replicating the look and feel of real-life locations. For instance, the police station set featured authentic police equipment and furniture to create a believable environment. Despite the challenges, the production team employed innovative techniques to enhance the show's quality. They used a multi-camera setup, which allowed them to capture scenes from multiple angles simultaneously. This approach sped up the filming process and gave editors more options during post-production. Another notable technique was the use of live sound recording. Instead of dubbing dialogue in post-production, the crew recorded the actors' voices on set. This approach added realism to the performances and made the characters more relatable to audiences. In conclusion, the production of Car 54, Where Are You?, required careful planning, coordination, and innovative techniques to create a believable and engaging police comedy set in New York City.
It's a valuable prize.
Why not? It's a painting. They just sold a Rembrandt for $2.5 million. Let's...
I grew up in the Bronx when Car 54, Where Are You?, was a popular primetime series in New York. I lived near the Biograph studio where the series was filmed, and some location scenes were shot in the Tremont section of the Bronx, specifically the 53rd Precinct. The show features notable actors like Maureen Stapleton, Nipsey Russell, Charlotte Rae, Mel Stewart, and Ossie Davis, who were based in New York. At the time, New York was the television broadcast capital before productions moved to Hollywood in the mid-60s. Other studios, like Filmways in Harlem, produced shows like Naked City. The closing credits of Car 54, Where Are You?, show the exterior of the Biograph studio. The show's humor has stood the test of time due to the writing of Nat Hiken. His influence is evident in the dialogue and story plots, reminiscent of old radio shows. A recommended book about Hiken is King of the Half Hour, available at Barnes & Noble. Overall, Car 54, Where Are You?, brings back fond memories of a different era in television production and remains entertaining due to its well-written humor and talented cast.
I see pour out of that prison van saying, don't forget to defrost the refrigerator.
The creation of a film score and soundtrack is a crucial aspect of storytelling, as it enhances the narrative and emotional tone of the production. In the case of the 1961 TV series Car 54, Where Are You?, the music played a significant role in setting the show's lighthearted and comedic atmosphere. The show's theme song, Car 54, Where Are You?, was composed by Nat Hiken, who also created the series. The catchy tune and humorous lyrics helped establish the show's tone and endear the characters to the audience. The rest of the series' music was composed by Nelson Riddle, a renowned arranger and musician known for his work with Frank Sinatra. Riddle's compositions for Car 54, Where Are You?, were designed to complement the show's comedic timing and enhance the comedic situations presented in each episode. His music featured a big band sound, with lively brass and woodwind sections, providing a buoyant and upbeat backdrop to the show's antics. The musicians involved in the creation of the score and soundtrack were highly skilled and experienced. Riddle's orchestra included a diverse range of instruments, from saxophones and trumpets to pianos and percussion, each contributing to the show's lively and energetic sound. In creating the music for Car 54, Where Are You?, Riddle drew upon his extensive background in jazz and big band music. His compositions for the show were characterized by their catchy melodies, lively rhythms, and clever use of instrumentation to enhance the comedic situations presented in each episode. Overall, the music of Car 54, Where Are You?, played a vital role in establishing the show's tone and enhancing its comedic situations. The lively and upbeat compositions of Nat Hiken and Nelson Riddle, combined with the skill and experience of the musicians involved, helped to create a soundtrack that has endured as a beloved part of the show's legacy.
Out in an average Bronx bank.
Ooh, I could use my Mexican.
Gerald Hiken, who played the recurring role of Katz, the butcher on Car 54, Where Are You?, was related to the show's creator, Nat Hiken, as their cousins. Charlotte Ray, who appeared in the series, was diagnosed with bone cancer in 2017, just days after her 91st birthday. She passed away in August 2018 at the age of 92, leaving behind her son, 3 grandchildren, and her younger sister Mimi. A notable actor, Ossie Davis, who also starred in Car 54, Where Are You?, appeared alongside his wife Ruby Dee in 9 films throughout their careers.
Tomorrow, Monday.
Excuse me, dear, but tomorrow's Tuesday. Today is Monday.
The 1961 TV series Car 54, Where Are You?, has several iconic scenes that have left a lasting impression on audiences. One such scene is from the episode The Sweet Smell of Success. In this scene, officers Toody and Muldoon try to arrest a notorious perfume thief, but the thief uses his cologne to evade capture, filling the entire room with an overpowering scent. Director Al DiCaprio expertly uses visual humor in the scene. The camera focuses on the actors' faces as they struggle to breathe in the overwhelming cologne fumes. Their comedic expressions, combined with the exaggerated sound effects, make this scene memorable and entertaining. Actor Joe E. Ross, who plays Officer Toody, recalls the filming of this scene. We had to inhale the cologne between takes, and it was so strong that we couldn't stop coughing. It was hilarious. The episode's cinematography adds to the humor as well, with close-ups of the perfume bottles and shots of the actors' faces as they gasp for fresh air. The scene is cleverly lit, drawing attention to the colorful perfume bottles and highlighting the comedic actions of the actors. This iconic scene has impacted audiences by showcasing the unique comedic styling of Car 54. Where are you? It has resonated with viewers, becoming a memorable moment that exemplifies the show's humor and charm. The episode's writer, Nat Hiken, was known for his ability to create engaging, funny scenes, and The Sweet Smell of Success is a prime example of his talent. In another iconic scene from the episode The Shoplifters, Toody and Muldoon go undercover at a department store to catch a group of shoplifters. While Muldoon struggles with his disguise, Toody blends in seamlessly, eventually catching the shoplifters and saving the day. Director DiCaprio effectively uses the setting of the department store to create a farcical atmosphere. He incorporates various visual gags, such as Muldoon getting tangled in a curtain and Toody's hilarious disguise, to keep the audience entertained. Actor Fred Gwynne, who plays Officer Muldoon, shares his thoughts on the scene. The department store provided a perfect backdrop for physical comedy and misunderstandings. It was a lot of fun to film. The scene's editing is crisp and fast-paced, allowing the humor to shine through. The camera angles are carefully chosen to capture the actors' comedic timing, and the colorful costumes and set design contribute to the overall visual appeal. These iconic scenes from Car 54, Where Are You?, have left a lasting impact on audiences, showcasing the show's innovative approach to comedy and the exceptional talent of its cast and crew.
Paying into that fund. 18 years I've been paying for other people's broken legs, broken arms, broken...
In the classic 1961 TV series Car 54, Where Are You?, viewers were treated to the comedic talents of both Al Lewis and Fred Gwynne, who would later reunite in The Munsters. The show's sponsor intro, spoken by Gwynne, followed the opening credits. Notably, the name of Captain Block underwent a change, with his first name being Paul in early episodes, only to be changed to Martin in later ones. These details added to the unique charm of Car 54, Where Are You?, and endeared it to audiences of the time.
Do you have a good name for Charlie?
No, but I have a good one for you.
Shirk. Talk to you.
Car 54, Where Are You?, a 1961 TV series, made a significant cultural and social impact. The show, set in New York City, revolved around the misadventures of 2 police officers in the 53rd Precinct. Audiences found the humor and relatable characters appealing, making it a hit. The series is often credited with influencing pop culture by inspiring other police-themed TV shows and movies. Its catchy theme song and memorable characters, such as Officer Toody and Officer Muldoon, left an imprint on viewers. The show's success also led to a feature film in 1994, further solidifying its place in popular culture. Car 54, Where Are You? Also contributed to discussions on social themes. While many shows of the time shied away from addressing societal issues, this series tackled topics like ethnic diversity and working class struggles. By depicting a diverse cast of characters and exploring their everyday lives, the show subtly addressed social issues and fostered a sense of community. Moreover, Car 54, Where Are You? Showcased the spirit of the early 1960s, highlighting the era's humor, fashion, and social dynamics. The show offered a glimpse into the daily lives of working-class New Yorkers, providing a valuable historical snapshot. Overall, Car 54, Where Are You? Resonated with audiences, influenced pop culture, and contributed to discussions on social and cultural themes. Its impact remains relevant today and continues to inspire new generations of TV viewers and creators.
Thursday night. It's Friday night. The calendar on the wall of the station house said it was Friday. Gunther.
The theme song to Car 54, Where Are You? From 1961 mentions various chaotic situations in different New York boroughs, humorously ending with the question, Car 54, Where Are You? Charlotte Rae, who played Sylvia Schnauzer's wife in the show, attended Carol Channing's 90th birthday party in 2011. A notable detail in the show is the round object on the dashboard of Car 54, which was a certified speedometer used in all New York City police cars during that time, certified annually by the police department for use in traffic court.
How does one go about the panhandler?
A panhandler walked up to me.
Oh, yeah. A panhandler walked up to me asking.
Car 54, Where Are You? A comedy television series that first aired in 1961, received positive reviews from critics and audiences alike. The show, which followed the humorous misadventures of two New York City police officers, was praised for its clever writing and strong performances. In a review for the New York Times, critic Jack Good called Car 54, Where Are You? A cheerful and expertly played comedy series. He particularly praised the show's writers, Nat Hiken and Terry Gordy, for their fast and funny dialogue. Good also commended the performances of stars Joe E. Ross and Fred Gwynne, calling them first-rate. Audiences also responded positively to the show. According to ratings data from the time, Car 54, Where Are You? Was a top 20 show in its first season, and it remained popular throughout its 2-year run. Many viewers appreciated the show's lighthearted take on police work, as well as its memorable characters and catchy theme song. In addition to its positive reception, Car 54, Where Are You? Also received several awards and nominations. The show was nominated for 4 Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Comedy Series, and it won 2 of those nominations, one for Outstanding Writing Achievement in Comedy and one for Outstanding Directorial Achievement in Comedy. The show's success at the Emmys was a testament to the hard work and talent of everyone involved, from the writers and directors to the actors and crew members. The accolades that Car 54, Where Are You? Received were well-deserved, and they serve as a lasting reminder of the show's quality and impact. The positive reception and awards that the show received helped to establish the careers of many of the people involved, and they continue to be celebrated by fans and industry professionals alike.
Charity is first, loyalty is third.
Harmony is third.
Harmony is second.
The TV series Car 54, Where Are You? Was filmed at the Biograph Studios in the Bronx, New York. The studio was constructed in 1912 and has a rich history, having been sold several times before ultimately burning down in 1980. Actor Paul Reed, who played Captain Block, received an acting credit in every second season episode, even when his character did not appear. Interestingly, Jake LaMotta, a boxer who made a comeback in 1954, lost his last fight to Billy Kilgore in Miami Beach.
Rub. Now, where were we?
He lowered himself with a rope.
In the early 1960s, the set of Car 54, Where Are You? Was a lively and bustling place. The show, known for its unique humor and memorable characters, was a hit. Off-screen, the camaraderie among the cast and crew was just as strong. Joe E. Ross, who played Officer Toody, was known for his hearty laugh and love for food. Between takes, he could often be found munching on snacks, and his laughter echoed through the soundstage. His co-star, Fred Gwynne, was a tall, gentle man who was always ready with a kind word or encouraging smile for his fellow actors. Behind the scenes, the writer's room was a hive of activity. The team, led by Nat Hiken, worked tirelessly to come up with new and hilarious scripts. They drew inspiration from their own lives and the world around them, weaving a tapestry of humor that resonated with audiences. The show's production design was also noteworthy. The sets, from the bustling police station to the cramped apartments of the officers, were meticulously crafted to create a believable and engaging world. The crew worked hard to ensure that every detail was just right, from the paint on the walls to the props on the desks. Despite the long hours and hard work, the mood on set was generally light and jovial. Jokes and laughter were common, and the cast and crew formed close bonds that lasted long after the show ended. Car 54, Where Are You? May have been a television show, but for those involved, it was also a community, a family, and a shared experience that they would always cherish.
What if Schnauser wins?
Schnauser. He won't win. You heard him. He never won a
In the early 1960s TV series Car 54, Where Are You? The police cars featured a unique design. Real-life NYPD squad cars of the time had white roofs, trunk lids, and green bodies with black fenders. However, the show's cars followed this pattern, except for the black fenders, which were left unpainted. To avoid confusion during filming, the green parts of the cars were painted red for black and white location shots. Interestingly, Joe E. Ross, one of the show stars, lent his distinctive ooh-ooh catchphrase to Milt Jackson's album Jazz, and samba on the track, the ooh-ooh bossa nova. These small details add to the show's charm and authenticity, making Car 54, Where Are You? A memorable series for many viewers. Car 54, Where Are You? Was a groundbreaking 1961 TV series that brought a unique blend of humor and absurdity to the small screen. Although it didn't directly inspire any specific films, its influence can be seen in various aspects of television and film comedy. The show is known for its offbeat humor and character-driven comedy, which was relatively new to the medium at the time. This style of comedy laid the foundation for the success of later TV shows and movies, including classics like The Mary Tyler Moore Show and Barney Miller. Car 54, Where Are You? Also helped to popularize the fish out of water trope, with its two main characters, Officers Toody and Muldoon, often finding themselves in humorous and unexpected situations. This trope has since become a staple in comedy, appearing in movies like 48 HRS and Midnight Run. In addition to its comedic impact, Car 54, Where Are You? Was also notable for its diverse cast and realistic depiction of urban life. This representation was a significant departure from the usual suburban settings and homogeneous casts of many contemporary TV shows. The show's inclusive and authentic portrayal of the city and its inhabitants set a precedent for future filmmakers and TV creators, including those working on shows like The Wire and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Overall, the lasting legacy of Car 54, Where Are You? Can be seen in the countless TV shows and films that have built upon its innovative comedy and groundbreaking representation. While it may not be as well known as some of its successors, its impact on the entertainment industry is undeniable.
Teasers, and then you record your first record album.
My first record album.
Larry Storch, known for his role in Car 54, Where Are You? Inadvertently popularized the Cary Grant phrase Judy, Judy, Judy during one of his nightclub acts. The phrase stuck and was often used by other impressionists, despite never appearing in Grant's movies. The show's theme song mentions Idlewild, which refers to Idlewild Airport in Queens, New York. Later renamed John F. Kennedy International Airport in 1963, the airport was originally called New York International Airport, Anderson Field, in honor of World War I veteran and local businessman Major General Alexander E. Anderson. Charlotte Rae, who also appeared in Car 54, Where Are You?, had a favorite sitcom, All in the Family. she made a guest appearance on the show and reportedly enjoyed watching it. The series starred Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton and aired from 1971 to 1979.
Been your partner long enough to know what's going through your mind. If you're thinking of being a hero and pulling all that money out of the bank and doing some big fun...
The creation of the TV series Car 54, Where Are You? In 1961 was a significant moment in television history, but it was also marked by challenges and complications. The show's creator, Nat Hiken, was approached by NBC with an offer to buy part ownership of the show in exchange for its renewal for a third season. However, Hiken declined the offer due to his burnout from the show's single-camera setup and constant problems with Joe E. Ross, who struggled to remember his lines. Despite the show's sponsor, Procter & Gamble, attempting to take it to CBS, the network had no room on its schedule, leading to the show's cancellation. Interestingly, Beatrice Pons, who played Joe E. Ross's on-screen wife in both Car 54, Where Are You? And The Phil Silvers Show, was married in real life to a man with the same last name. Pons was married to David Ross from 1937 until his death in 1991. In addition to its historical significance, the show's theme song has also had a lasting impact. In April 2020, a parody of the theme song became the theme for the City of the Day contest on Sirius Sim 60s on 6, sung by Don Daneman. Overall, Car 54, Where Are You? Was a unique and memorable show with a lasting impact on television and popular culture. Its challenges and complications, as well as its enduring legacy, make it a fascinating topic to explore and appreciate.
It's without lunch.
Going without lunch. That I knew you'd remember.
Notable author William Faulkner, who wasn't fond of television, found this series to be an exception. He would visit a friend's house weekly to watch it. The show gained further recognition when Al Lewis joined the cast as Officer Leo Schnauser in the 13th episode of Season 1, having previously appeared in Episode 7. The large circular object on the dashboard between the two officers were auxiliary fans, used before cars were equipped with air conditioning.
I've had enough for one day. No. What is it?
Charlotte Ray, known for her role in Car 54, Where Are You?, had quite the commute to the set, traveling from New York to Los Angeles every Friday for filming. On the other hand, Al Lewis, who played Officer Schnauser, had a more mysterious past. After his death, it was discovered that he had lied about his birth date and place of birth, with claims of being born in Walcott. And why? But local records indicating otherwise. Instead, it's believed he was born in Brooklyn, NY, 1 year younger than he had previously stated. The exterior scenes of the show were filmed in the City Island neighborhood of the Bronx, adding to the authentic New York feel of the series.
So, look, Mr. Toody, I think I can have it back by tomorrow, but only under one condition.
If Car 54, Where Are You?, had continued, its theme song would have required adjustments due to the renaming of Idlewild Airport to John F. Kennedy International Airport and the replacement of Nikita Khrushchev by Brezhnev. With Bruce Kirby's passing in 2021, Hank Garrett is now the last surviving regular cast member. Carl Ballantine, known as the incomparable Carl the Amazing Ballantine, was a one-of-a-kind magician who never did a trick. In his early career, he performed manipulation acts, but abandoned real magic when he realized he couldn't match some of his peers' skills. However, he became the first magician to headline in Las Vegas. In the first season of Car 54, Where Are You?, viewers were introduced to a character named Al Spencer, played by Al Lewis. Spencer appeared in the episode I Won't Go as a city employee tasked with evicting an elderly woman from a condemned building. This marked Lewis's first appearance in the series, which became a classic of early 1960s television. In the early 1960s, Car 54, Where Are You?, brought laughter to many homes, but it also carried a tragic undertone. One of its main actors, Fred Gwynne, who played Officer Frank Drebin, experienced a heart-wrenching loss during the filming. His wife, Jean, was diagnosed with cancer, and passed away, leaving Gwynne a widower and single father to their 3 young children. Despite this, Gwynne continued working on the show, channeling his grief into his character, making Frank Drebin a more profound and relatable figure. This emotional layer adds depth to an otherwise lighthearted series, reminding viewers that life's challenges often intertwine with moments of joy and humor.
That matchmaking. You run all your stale girlfriends by him like an assembly line. He's not the marrying kind.
How did the classic TV show Car 54, Where Are You?, impact you personally? Share your memories and experiences with us. We'd love to hear how this 1961 series influenced your perspective on cinema. Did a particular episode or character resonate with you? Or perhaps the show's unique humor and style left a lasting impression? Whether you were a fan back in the day or discovered the series more recently, your thoughts and insights are valuable to us. By sharing your stories, you can contribute to a broader conversation about the enduring appeal of classic television. So, don't be shy. Join the discussion and let us know how Car 54, Where Are You?, has impacted you. And while you're at it, why not like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations? We can't wait to hear from you.
4 hours, that was 3 days ago. I think we'll argue, and on top of that, the public...